I love and fear water. How about you? I was born on the Snake River. I was raised on the Missouri River, where my earliest memory is being flooded out as a child. And now I live in the Mississippi River watershed, where we all are today. Let's start in the beginning of the water survey as we talk about this topic. And the early development issues of Illinois included waterborne diseases, water quality, and water availability and water supply as a basis for the legislative mandate for the water survey. And there's been many innovations that have been developed over the years by the water survey and others to address our water issues in the state. The Geological Survey studies the vessels that contain the water. And here's an example of a recent study discovery using 3D mapping, where they discovered a hidden buried valley that provides drinking water to King County municipalities. It is the national and international reputation of the water survey and geosurvey that brought me here. An indication of the water-related research of the Natural History Survey is the numerous field stations that they have located on water bodies and the staff that work there every day. And ISAS deals with water in black drink and other discoveries. ISTC has many accomplishments, including over 1 million gallons a year of savings in the Ford Assembly Plant, eliminating water use in a factory that makes lava lamps, and developing a patent for forward osmosis. We depend on water every day, and some of us are even addicted. It nourishes and powers us. And there is increasingly intense competition for our water resources. They're under intense use, management, and sometimes conflict, and ever-increasing demands, just as these children are fighting over the water resources. We're all drinking out of the same vessel. There's about 16 billion gallons of water that are used every day in Illinois. It powers our economy, from our manufacturing to our power plants to our agriculture, and obviously our cities and way of life. So where does light come into this equation? Well, if you add it up, there's about 17 billion gallons of water per day used in the Great Lakes to generate electricity. And without that electricity, we wouldn't have light. And without water, there's no electricity for our power plants. Here's an early study that was done on cooling towers, and we learned all about cooling towers earlier today. And this study, ISTC scientists found in one cooling tower, they could save 75 million gallons of water per year, $200,000. And that's just one cooling tower from our Muhammad Aquifer. There's limits to our water resources, and Mother Nature plays tricks on us. This is an example of a role we played in dealing with the drought in 2012 for decision makers. At the other end of nature is flooding, and this is in Cook County Forest Preserve, where we're dealing with stormwater issues and development and climate change issues, and dealing with some solutions to these problems that could threaten endangered species. The Geosurvey and the Water Survey both study our water resources to help us meet the demands. And as we just learned, Sally McConkey's team is all over the state updating our flood maps to help us mitigate those risks. At the Natural History Survey, their big issues are invasive species, and invasive species in the aquatic environment, and they have world-renowned programs in dealing with Asian carp and other initiatives. Wetlands can restore valuable habitat, mitigate flooding and drought for us. We played a critical role in this wetland, Emaquan, and many other wetlands throughout the state of Illinois to help us deal with our water issues and restore habitat. Our scientists are all over Illinois. We learned a lot about mollusks today, and look at over 1,000 sampling sites across the state of Illinois. And this is just one monitoring network that we have in the state. We have monitoring networks throughout the Midwest. This is another example of our field work in studying water issues throughout the state of Illinois, which we are constantly trying to improve. There are some exciting new technologies we are deploying, from fiber optics to nanosensors, and this technology, TDM, could give us insights into our water resources in the subsurface like we've never been able to see before. As we've heard about this day, just about any water issue and problem being faced by society is being addressed by our scientists and engineers. And the decision makers and the public are coming to us for answers, and as we continue to improve our technologies, we'll be able to maintain that goal.